All right, welcome back to another episode of MMA on the Moon, episode 6. We have a special guest today, Marx, otherwise known as Soldier Marx. Great musician, great MMA fan, great friend. He has a new album out, actually coming out, or it already is out, excuse me. But I'm going to let him tell y'all a little bit more about that before we get started. Y'all definitely go check it out. Banger music. Marx, you have the floor, man.
Yeah, thank y'all for having me. So my new album just came out, Supernatural. It's out on Spotify, iTunes, Apple Music. Yeah, same thing. It's out everywhere. But I like to give a shout out real quick to one of my friends. He just dropped an amazing album. He's got over 10 million streams. Los Kemet, Chase the Dragon. It's a great album. I recommend everyone go listen to that.
Damn, 10 million?
Yeah, he got 10 million on one song.
Damn, hell yeah, dude. Hell yeah. That's you next, bro.
Hopefully he's making some money off of that.
Oh yeah, he is.
Fuck yeah. Well, good for him, man.
We
Yeah, definitely go check him out. Go check out Marks. I mean, if there's always some other, small time or not small time artists, but you know what I mean. But just kind of artists looking to come up, looking to get big. Comment below and whatnot, and we'll get those shouted out for sure. Music's a
yeah.
beautiful thing.
Everyone go check out Los Kemet Pootie Tang music video on YouTube. I got a cameo in there. I did a whole acting role, and I got hit. Y'all should check that out.
How's that compared to just being in a fight? Is it different with without the adrenaline rush, or do you still kind of get like an adrenaline rush going for even just for like a little quick scene?
No, like I knew it was gonna happen. Like he's hitting us with the belt, and he doesn't mean to actually hit us, but it's hard to control the belt because we're doing like a podcast scene, and we're like disrespecting him. So he like whips off the belt and he hits us, and
Jesus.
like everyone that was getting hit with the belt actually did get hit at some point, not on purpose though, but
Yeah, that's
it
funny.
was fun.
I can't remember last time I got hit with a belt, dude. Hell no.
It was fun.
So it's been a week, or been 2 weeks actually, since we've had our episode released, but not too much going on inside the MMA world. Just kind of some interviews here and there, some small things kind of going on. But I think a big thing recently that I saw was the whole sit down between Craig Jones and Mikey Mishimi with Mighty Mouse, and they were talking about how. I guess to do the little backstory, uh, Craig Jones had been offered by the UFC to, I think, get the streaming rights for his grappling promotion. Uh, what is it called again? Isn't it CGI or something like that?
CJI.
EJI.
Yeah. So they were looking to get the rights to that, and Craig wasn't too happy with the amount of money that they were offering, and so he pretty much said, "Nah, I'm okay." And then they like got all upset with Craig Jones and whatnot, and that's why he's kind of banned from UFC events and whatnot. But in the main point of the debate was that Craig Jones is on the side of not having exclusive contracts, to where Mikey is in agreement for most of the part, I think, and I think the only times he kind of comes in is just where there are the issues with contracts that aren't, locking a fighter or a wrestler or a grappler or kickboxer or whoever down into one organization. How do y'all feel about like exclusive contracts? Like obviously just like a normal MMA contract that we see, but it being applied into like other sports like grappling.
Well, like I understand because Mikey's pretty much the face of UFC, the jiu-jitsu now, and I understand like what Craig's side really, because you don't want to just be tied down to one thing. You want to be able to make as much money as you can, especially like if he's not happy with those contracts that the UFC was offering him just for the streaming rights. They wouldn't let him do anything else. Like I understand the UFC's point of view too, because you don't want your guy to go and lose somewhere else, like if it's jujitsu or fighting, or you let your fighter go fight like Jake Paul or something, like, and they lose. That just it looks bad. I understand that side. I understand both sides really, to be honest.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I mean they let the UFC fighters do like grappling matches and whatnot, but on the condition that I guess they don't get hurt. They can't do certain submissions and whatnot. But I do I do see the UFC side of it also. Is I mean, look at Connor, look at Nagano, what happened after they got those massive boxing fights and all that money. They kind of, I mean, they didn't want to come back to the UFC and make that little money doing those fights. So
So Paul, so Craig, sorry, so I don't mean to cut you off, but Craig Jones' big thing, it wasn't necessarily about going to go do other combat sports. It's more about being locked down to a certain organization for grappling. So let's say like you had someone who wanted to compete in Craig Jones' promotion, the UFC, and won, but obviously with contracts being kind of the way they are, they're only allowed to compete in one of those organizations, unless they're with Craig Jones, because Craig Jones doesn't care about the exclusivity thing, but it's more about just like being able to grapple wherever you want.
Yeah, I mean, I think they should be able to, but I also see like if Mikey champion, a UFC champion for jiu-jitsu, and then leaves with the belt, and then gets the one championship for jiu-jitsu, and like I could see like it can cause conflict. Like, oh, well, these people are paying me more, and then you got a champion that left, and then it's like I see like where a contract for just one organization is like it matters a lot. But I at the end of the day, it's jujitsu, and I kind of feel like you should be able to grapple anywhere.
yeah, I agree. I agree to an extent, but where would the UFC, for instance, if they let their uh, BJJ guys go out and grappling just wherever they wanted to, what would they gain from that? I mean, they wouldn't have like a face of their organization. They would just, I don't know.
No, 100%. I think that was kind of the argument that Mikey was trying to say as well. But I think the whole thing with Craig Jones is that he just wants these people to get paid as much as they can, and I completely understand that. I'm all for that. Like these guys are pro athletes. I'm not saying they deserve the same amount of money as like an NFL athlete, but like they deserve probably more than what they're getting right now, and
Yeah.
it's just kind of. I understand again the whole lockdown thing. Like you're only allowed to make a certain amount of money with certain organizations, and have extra revenue come in a certain way involving them. But then you also have that limitation. Of like, okay, well I'm stuck and I can't go anywhere else. Like, well, what do I do? And so, in my opinion, I do think like the exclusive contracts are great, only because like let's say and this was a point brought up in the podcast or in the debate was that like let's say I have a match booked against you, Devin, and then I'm offered more money to go grapple against Marx, and I say, hey, I'm gonna pull out of that fight and I'm gonna go grapple Marx instead. Then that puts the promotion in a weird spot. Like there's a whole lot of issues that follow along with being able to kind of bounce around whenever you want.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like I see that for sure because that's why I think like that is why they make them sign the contracts and lock them down in one organization at a time, however long the contract is.
Yeah, that would be like UFC guys just going to Bellator, EFL, one championship and just hopping around fighting whoever the highest bidder is or whatnot. I don't see how that would benefit UFC or anyone. It would benefit the fighters for sure, but at the end of the day, I mean, it's the promotion that's paying them.
Yeah, and I don't know. I mean, I feel like it's a weird spot considering that like it's grappling. It's not quite like as popular as obviously MMA or kickboxing here in the United States, or even wrestling. I don't think. And considering how big of a sport this is, wrestling is like in the United States with kids doing it as soon as they can walk practically. I just don't think like BJJ is quite to that level yet to where they can have a chance to kind of build more organizations even here in the United States and have them bounce around from organization to organization. But again, it's kind of like, well, if you don't have enough people that are consistently signing up for a certain organization, then you're kind of left in the same situation MMA is in, where you have like a big powerhouse like the UFC, then you have like your smaller ones like Bellator, PFL, and all that other shit.
Yeah, that's why like I see both sides, and at the end of the day, like it is a business, so they got to make their money, and you can't just sign these guys to one match or one fight. Like you got to like lock them down, or else they would just bounce around like that.
Especially if the UFC is trying to build something off of it and make the that UFC BJJ like a big promotion.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, like really try to build that name value for the long run rather than build it off a couple matches and then see what happens from there. Like why not have that stability for sure? But I mean, I don't know. Again, it's just an interesting thing because a lot of these MMA guys, I feel like would take that sort of contract where they're able to bounce around and kind of do whatever they want from fight to fight. But what I don't understand is why some of these fighters don't do that in between their UFC contracts.
Some do,
I
but I think there's probably like a I don't know,
There's still like a
maybe
limitation
some
to it.
clause, yeah, limitation to if they'll get signed or again or whatnot. But they don't want to risk the chance of the UFC being like, "Oh, you went and did this," because you know how Dana is, man. He holds a grudge.
Yeah.
yeah, I was gonna say the exact same thing. They probably don't want to leave because it's the fear of not being able to come back. Because I mean, at the end of the day, like UFC is the biggest promotion, and the champions probably do make more money than like Bellator or like PFL champions. I mean, but if they're like, just like a journeyman type of fighter, like they're not gonna win the belt, then I wouldn't stay loyal to one promotion. I'd see who's gonna give me the most money.
Well, I mean that, and like that's also a chance for you to build up your resume and kind of really see where the best competition is for you. Because, I mean, the truth is that a lot of these guys obviously aren't cut out for UFC level, and a lot of them could have a lot more successful looking careers in other organizations. And I just
Yeah.
think that obviously having the name of the UFC on your resume and wins is just a way bigger deal than having pretty much being undefeated in every other promotion. Like if you're not
I mean,
being tested in UFC, then I feel like a lot of people don't really buy that record that some may have.
Oh yeah, for sure. Because I mean, like you see like an undefeated guy like in like Bellator, PFL, or one, and it's always like, well, how would they do in the UFC?
Hmm.
You never, it's never the opposite. Like a UFC guy, undefeated champion, like we're not asking like, oh, how would Ilya do in PFL? Because we know the answer.
Yeah.
I mean, especially when you have guys like what is it, Impa Kasaganai?
Yeah.
I mean, he did not have a good record in the UFC, and now he's over there competing for the championships. Wasn't he the champion over there in
Yeah, he
PFL?
won a tournament, a light heavyweight tournament.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, he wasn't even close to competing in the UFC. The only thing he has in the UFC is that highlight of him getting knocked out.
Yeah, that was a nasty. God bless Buckley for that one, though. I will. Oh man, that was a nasty one, especially with the
Dude, I
dead
remember seeing
silence and
that
everything.
live. I was
Oh
like, oh my, what did I just watch?
yeah, I had to like double take. You know what I mean? I was just like, what the hell?
I
Uh,
think that was the best knockout of all time, to be honest.
it's a top
Has to
top
be.
three. It's a top three for sure.
I
Yeah,
mean, just to not only the creativity, but have the balls to just try that in a
Yeah,
fight.
yeah,
and actually
Someone
knock him
grabs your leg.
out.
Yeah,
stiff. Not even like a half-ass knockout. Like that dude was fucking out cold. Like before he even hit the ground. As soon as that foot touched him, he was just in a different dimension.
it
Yeah, he
was.
felt like
Yeah.
Johnny Walker.
Man, that guy has a goofy ass knockouts. I'll tell you what.
Wow.
He's got some
I
goofy ass
can't believe he
walkouts
won.
too. No, dude, I can't believe he won either. That was like insane. We obviously haven't recapped that card at all, but like, yeah, that was like the biggest point I thought from the whole main card, from the whole card itself, was just that Johnny Walker somehow pulled off that upset in China, no less.
I know they set him up to come lose and he won.
He was just like, nah,
So
I'm good.
But yeah, they were trying to build that guy up, like
yeah,
hometown fight, and then
Mountain
just
Tiger
gets
just
knocked
couldn't get
out.
it done.
In the second round, no less. Like not even like gassing
A
out,
leg
and
kick.
then yeah, you're like, dude, you got you got calf kicked and TKO'd by Johnny Walker in 2025, bro. What are we doing? Like, and considering how well that guy looked as well before the Walker fight, I was very impressed with how bad he looked in the Walker fight.
Yeah.
Maybe like, well, Johnny Walker is ranked, right?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah, yeah.
so, and that guy, did he have any ranked fights before this?
I don't think
No.
so. And so I do see a point there to where first ranked fight, and also it is Johnny Walker. For as much as shit as we give him, that dude is unpredictable as hell.
He's
And
fought a lot of people. He's got a lot of experience
yeah,
too.
for sure.
Doesn't always look the best, but
Just because,
I mean,
hey,
he's fought a lot of people.
experience is experience, buddy. Oh my god, that guy has like some of my favorite
Always,
walkouts though. I'll tell you what.
always the weirdest like just moments in the fights.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
Just goofy.
Like the time
Yeah.
he was sitting in the corner and just smiled real quick,
Yeah, yeah.
like what are we doing?
Dude, my favorite though is that when he got knocked out and he like threw his arms up in the air and fell.
The Jamal Hill one.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. Whoa.
It's like a
Like,
cartoon.
yeah, it looked like the fakest knockout I've ever seen in my life. I was like, what was that?
Fucking wacky inflatable arb tube man.
Yeah.
Oh my god. That's fucking funny. Johnny Walker, what a guy. God bless that man. But yeah, he's always had a lot of energy inside and outside, inside and outside the cage for sure. But his walkouts are always like pretty fan friendly, I would say. Um, Volk is up there for sure in terms of like fan friendly walkouts. Um, but Marks, I know that you went to go see O'Malley and Aljo.
Yeah,
Dude, how was that O'Malley walkout live? Like that must have been just electric.
bro. Like, yeah, like when he came out and the song, like, everybody knows the song, so like everyone was singing. It was like it was crazy. Like, and that's because he said he was nervous, but I thought he looked ready. Like everybody, like everyone's energy just felt like we knew he was gonna win. So I think that was such a sick walkout that I've seen, and Alex Perez knocked walkout too at UFC 300 was sick too.
Were you able to hear his yell?
No, I couldn't hear his yell.
Because everyone else was just doing it too.
But yeah, everyone was doing the bow and arrow, and everyone yelled.
That's so crazy, dude. What a fucking aura gain just from. Oh man, what a guy.
Aldo has some sick walkouts too, because I think he always comes up to "Run This Town" by Kanye and Jay-Z and Rihanna, and that
Yeah,
one always gets hyped. I've seen Aldo fight like 3 times.
for
No,
real.
4 times. 4 times.
Damn, against two.
One was a WEC event. One was like UFC 136 or 139. One of those when he fought I think he fought Kenny Florian. He defended his belt. And then at UFC 200 when he fought Frankie
Edgar.
Edgar.
Yeah,
Maybe it was just 3 times. I thought it was 4 times, but no, it was
oh,
just 3 times.
my bad. Showing off, you get to see a legend like that. That was too bad about his last fight. I think he got robbed. It was a close fight, but I thought that he won it. Good to
Yeah,
be
I
biased,
thought
but
he won. Yeah, from an unbiased standpoint, because honestly, I've never been like the biggest Aldo fan, to be honest. I thought he won that fight.
yeah,
I thought he got robbed.
that drop was nasty. That soccer kick, holy shit.
Yeah, I'd say the O'Malley walkout was probably the best one I've seen. I can't think of anyone else walkouts that like really stood out to me.
Well, yeah, that's
Yeah,
that's a whole different level, I'm sure, compared to everyone else in the UFC for the most part. But I mean, Devin, you and I have been to not together, but like you and I have been to like the San Antonio and Austin events.
Yeah, dude. I would say that San Antonio fight, CJ Vergara. I mean, he was on the prelims, but
Yeah, Marx, actually, you were at that one too, right?
Yeah, I was there for Cheeto and Corey.
Yeah. That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But his song choice and him being a San Antonio native, I mean, dude, the pop that the crowd did, they were singing the song word for word. It was insane. And then plus for him to have that comeback win after he was losing,
I can't believe he won that. He's just sprinting
you
around
know.
from that guy. Just
Oh, say well that guy let him run around the cage till he recovered.
Yeah, he literally did like 4 laps
oh my
just sprinting.
god,
Yeah.
dude! He's just looking behind his
And he came
shoulder
back
like,
and won.
oh,
He came back and won. I was like, what the hell?
oh
But no,
my
just
god.
a pop off of that song, just a song choice and him being a San Antonio native. And then, I mean, I went to that John Jones Reyes fight. Just the sound of the crowd when Jones came out
Yeah,
and when he does his famous crawl into the octagon, crowd went nuts, dude. I've never heard anything like that.
I remember when I think it was the Cheeto and yeah, I think it was the Cheeto San card. When Clay Guida walked out with Pantera, dude, he was taking his sweet time, but I did not mind at all, man. That dude was fucking enjoying the moment. It was so funny. Oh my god, that dude gets pumped up. And then I think he lost in the first round, but
Yeah,
you know,
I
it
think
happens to
so.
those older guys.
He's a
He's like
legend now.
42, yeah.
Yeah, I can't really blame him. But speaking of walkouts, though, like in terms of like walkout songs, who do y'all stack up there? Like in terms of like up there, because I think Volk, in terms of just like a crowd aspect and getting everyone involved, kind of getting that energy going. Like as soon as that song starts playing, everyone knows like who it is, who's coming, and what kind of fight they're getting. You know, who do y'all have kind of up there in terms of some of the top walkout music?
Well, like besides Sean O'Malley and Aldo, like I really like DC's walkout music. He always came out to Lil Wayne and when Nick Diaz would come out to Deftones.
Oh yeah,
Um, like you said, Volk. I can't really think of anyone else that really like would stick with. Oh, Darren Tills in the
ooh, Sweet
UK.
Caroline, yeah.
Yes, like that was a good one.
Oh yeah, that one was, yeah. I always like, I mean, I wasn't too big of a fan of the song choices, but just Izzy's walkouts in general, especially when he would do the crazy dancing and flips and everything, and he'd bring like break dancers with him to walk him in. I always thought that was entertaining.
I always thought that was such a crazy decision for him to try to do some shit like that before his championship fight. Like, dude, all it takes is one wrong landing, man, and you're out for the fight. Like, and I don't think there was a backup for that fight. You know, like
No,
that was one of the times that
No.
they didn't have one, so it was just like, well, that would have been really interesting.
Oh, and when Connor would come out to Biggie, like when it would come out, it'd
Oh,
be playing like
oh
that
yeah,
Irish song, and
it
then it
switch
would start
over.
hitting, and
Oh,
yeah, and Biggie would just go, and you see Connor walking out, like the Madison Square Garden one, like that one was sick. That was a sick walkout too.
yeah, that was a savage one, man.
I think a lot of people don't talk about that walkout.
The which one? The 205 one?
Yeah, the 205 one, because that was a sick walkout.
Yeah, I even with Eddie Alvarez is with Aaron Lewis being up there and doing what's that song? Country Boy.
He walked out to Country Boy by Aaron Lewis.
I thought so.
That's great. I never knew that.
Because Connor had that. Oh no, I'm thinking of the Chad Mendes fight.
Chad walked out to Country Boy.
Oh fuck! Now I don't know. You're making me second guess now.
Well, I never knew that. I mean,
Let's
'cause
see.
my dad loves that song.
Did Chad
I like Aaron Lewis
Mendes,
too.
walking
Big fan of his
out
work.
to Country Boy?
always I like Alex Pereira's walkouts just because I don't know, man. It's, it's simple, like stoic, but like I don't know, man. He just brings that warrior spirit when he walks in.
You feel it.
The chance,
Yeah.
the who, whatever it is.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He's got that little pimp walk sometimes.
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. So Chad Mendes did walk out to Country Boy by Aaron Lewis at UFC 189.
Big Stain fan.
Dude, Stain goes hard, man.
Yeah, he just. I'm not even gonna get onto it.
It's a music rant.
Yeah, he just talks too much at his concerts.
Oh no, 100%. Yeah, no, I'm with you on that. I went to go see him one time when he went to Brewster Street down in Corpus, and legit half the time he was singing, half the time he was talking. I was just like, bro, please, like, you're such a good singer. Please just sing. Like,
I know.
oh, but yeah, that was a epic walkout for sure with that whole vibe, and like they had so much fucking fog for that walkout. That one, the Habib and Connor walkout. Good lord.
Yeah. I say, well, the Chad Mendes and Connor one, that whole card was sick. I mean, what Lawler and McDonald were the co-main for that
Yeah,
one.
yeah.
Like, yeah, that was a sick card.
I was like, I need to go back and look at that actually, because I don't just remember that one, like the co-main, UFC 189. Let's see. Oh, yeah, Jeremy Stevens was on it. Gunnar Nelson was on it. Thomas Almeida was still undefeated.
That's crazy.
Um, yeah, dude. Matt Brown was still winning. Um, Cody Garbrandt was on it as the prelim opener. Luis Smolka was on it. That's crazy. What a
Garbrandt
time.
used to be one of my favorite fighters, and he fell off so hard.
I just think that he got too predictable. I think that his speed and power was like the only thing really helping him get there, and I think with a lot of those guys coming up, it's hard to look at film and kind of see like what's going to be the thing to get that person down. But I think with TJ obviously training with Cody for such a long time, that was sort of a big also like help in terms of winning those fights. And because I mean shit, TJ got caught bad in that first one.
I think that those
Yeah,
TJ fights, I think that just took so much confidence away from him at the
Yeah.
time.
man, those are some of like my favorite fights to watch. Like that was one of my favorite rivalries when
Me too.
TJ, because I have a friend that's a huge TJ fan. Like TJ's his favorite fighter, and we all were on the Cody bandwagon when he beat Dominic Cruz, and then yeah, for them to like run it back twice and same result. Those are sick fights, and I always think TJ's like he doesn't get talked about enough of like how good he was, like super well rounded, like everywhere.
I mean, and
Yeah,
his feints and everything like that were just unbelievable.
They're trying to say like him and Dominic Cruz were like copying each other, like with the footwork and everything, like. But I thought they moved differently. I always liked TJ more. I always
Yeah.
liked his style more.
yeah, I like that rivalry because they, I like the rivalries where they actually hate each other and it felt
Yeah.
real.
Yeah, that was
But
real.
Yeah, that was real as
TJ,
shit.
TJ's just a smart fighter, man. I wish he would have never tried to go to 125 to fight Cejudo. The like that EPO thing, and then him losing kind of damaged his legacy,
Yeah, he was
and
just
then
so
he had those
drained.
shoulders issues.
The shoulder issue coming back with against Aljo was so frustrating. Was so incredibly frustrating because it did nothing for the division.
No, but also his shoulder popped out like 4 times in that fight, and the ref didn't even think about stopping it.
No, it was just like,
I
dude,
was like,
like,
what
what are
the
y'all
fuck's going on?
doing?
His shoulder's hanging. He's literally putting it back into place, and you're like, yeah,
He
yeah,
was
keep going.
pulling it.
God
Yeah,
damn it. Yeah,
I mean,
that was super frustrating.
yeah, like well, one thing I've seen, no, since we're on the topic of Aljo, I don't know if you've been seeing, he's been talking a lot about the Sean O'Malley win, like all over Twitter, saying that he wasn't at his best and he knows he would have beat him and almost like he can't let it go. But then I saw someone reply to him and was like, well, he did the same thing to TJ. And I was like, oh yeah, TJ was really banged up going into that fight.
Yeah.
yeah. think I think Aljo's just trying to hype up a possible rematch if O'Malley moves up.
I think he would ask for it. He said that that chapter's closed, but I think if O'Malley moved up, he'd ask for that fight back.
Yeah, dude,
I'm not gonna
you
lie, I would
know,
watch it again.
Oh yeah, 100%.
I think I don't think O'Malley would win the rematch. I think he got lucky in the first fight, and I think Aljo. Well, I don't know. Aljo's not the same fighter he was as a champion either.
I think
But
I think he'd be able to grab O'Malley a little bit easier. I just think O'Malley's footwork is what gives Aljo the biggest trouble, and that's why he can't like cut him off. I think that great because as soon as like O'Malley is getting ready to like stick and move, Aljo's trying to shoot at that same time, and he's like consistently trying to get him in front of him and just can't.
yeah,
Yeah, like you go ahead.
oh, I was just gonna say if he follows like uh Rob's blueprint, he would win.
That's what I was gonna say because I think he's a better grappler than Marab. I just think Marab is quicker on his feet,
Hmm.
and he's able to avoid like getting caught by O'Malley and uh, Aldo. He kind of like lunged in, and I don't think he can avoid getting caught. I'm not saying he get caught again in the rematch, but I think it's likely. I just don't think he could copy like Marab's style too well because I think he'd get caught.
It's almost like Aljo trusts his range to get into the wrestling range a bit too much, especially against like those. I feel like he thinks he's like just as tall as those guys, as like the taller guys in the division.
Yeah, like I mean, like the way he did it with Corey, like he just pressured him. I think with like a high kick and then just instantly like clinched him up and then got his back. Like I don't know if he was thinking he was gonna be able to do the same thing to O'Malley, but it was the Apex. It was a smaller cage, but I don't know. I feel like Corey didn't really move well that fight. I think a rematch between them would be interesting too.
Yeah,
I just think Aljo would need to set up traps rather than just trying to rush in on a single leg or something like he was trying to do. 'Cause he was in that O'Malley fight, he was just trying to get hands on him. He needs to set up more traps and be smart about coming in and getting hit.
Yeah, I don't think he really respected like the power either. Well, I feel like in most of the fights, he kind of doesn't really respect anyone's power. He kind of just walks forward and tries to get the takedown or tries to clinch up and get the back. But I mean, like, he's only been knocked out like twice, I think.
yeah. I just remember the
Yeah.
Marias knockout that was really bad, and then I mean him
And he
getting
did the same thing in that one, just
yeah.
reached in and dug down.
I think that's his thing. I think he's just that confident in his grappling to where he's like, I just need to get a hold of these guys, and then like I'm good to go. And so I think he's just willing to risk anything to get in there and make that happen.
But he's not even like shooting double legs. He's literally just leaving his face exposed and reaching with both hands to try and grab.
Yeah,
Yeah,
That's his issue.
yeah. It kind of
he
looks
just
like
wants to
DC in a
pick
way.
up. Yeah, but the wrestling just I don't. Well, Aldo's really good. Like if he could pick up the leg and like start getting it for a single, he could start
100%.
chaining that into like getting the back or even getting them down. Like I think that's what he was doing to Jan.
Hmm.
He was getting Jan against Spence, and then he from there he was able to double leg Jan in that first fight.
Yeah, but I think again though, I just don't think Jan has that same footwork O'Malley does. I think O'Malley's just too quick.
Yeah, and I think the body types too
Yeah,
also play a factor into it. Because like O'Malley's taller, so he's able to like I feel like when you are taller than the guy, it is a little bit easier to stay up on your feet when they're picking up your leg. And as someone who's like Jan, who's shorter than Aljo, it probably is easier to take him down.
yeah, very true. Do you think like whenever these guys like, so like whenever Sterling does get into the ground, I think you can really see that it's his world. You know what I mean? Like he's not going to really let anything that you do bother him or make him kind of struggle or get him flustered. He almost kind of gets into that flow state like really easily, and it's really cool seeing that with strikers. But I think with grappling, that it's like really unique in a way to kind of watch them flow and kind of like almost take control of like the balance and stuff like that within both fighters that are wrestling. Speaking of balance and stuff like that, kind of switching over to your music and like writing and stuff like that, do you find a balance between like the emotion, or do you find a balance between like just how it feels? Kind of like break that down for me.
Yeah, so I mean, it really depends on like my mood, to be honest, and like what I'm feeling. Like, so I did make a song the other day because I was feeling because like the last time I put out it is a rap album, and a lot of it I was just like making up lyrics on the go, and I usually come up like with my hooks in the shower. That's where I get like my best choruses and stuff. And I'll just like I try to find a beat that can like would go with that, and then the writing is usually pretty easy. It's kind of like most of the time I'm freestyling it, but I did like write a new song. Um, I wanted to do something different, and it's more of like new metal, and I had like a concept in mind, like what I wanted to write about, like what I wanted to say, and I feel like that was fun. I've never done something like that before, like where I have a concept. Um, and like it was about like I want to write about I don't know if you ever seen Queen of the Damned, where it's like the vampire rock stars.
I don't think so.
Well, I wanted to make something like that, like just talking about a girl, and basically like she like has me like under a vampire spell. But on it just reminded me on my last album, Supernatural, I do have a song. It's called Paranoid. I think that's what it's called. I changed the name so many times with that song. But that song was actually for my friend's dad. He streams. He plays Call of Duty, and he wants to stream music, and he can't stream just any music because copyright issues. So he had this idea of like, well, I want to make so like artists in our city, and have them get on like his friend who's a producer. He made the beats, and basically wanted to make a song about Call of Duty. So in the song, I'm talking about like dropping in on a parachute, sliding with the MP5, like just basically had the whole concept was like a Call of Duty song. So with stuff like that comes like I actually feel like it is a little bit easier when you have a concept and you could just go off something and you have an idea of like what you want to talk about rather than freestyling and stuff kind of doesn't make sense.
Yeah, for sure. So, do you think that you get like more of your best product like out of something that's prepared or something that's a little more off the top of the head?
Well, both really, because sometimes I feel like if an idea just comes like on the top of my head, I believe in like the universe throws ideas out and the universe gives you ideas. And if you don't act on that idea, the universe will just give it to someone else. So I think some of my best songs have come just from like off the top, like on the fly. Like I heard the beat, I can hear the hook in my head, almost like someone's giving it to me. Pause. Like someone's giving me the hook, and and, and yeah, like
That got my ass pretty good.
well, no, I don't know how to explain it. I always said I feel like sometimes when I record music, like someone else is telling me what to say. Sometimes it's not all the time. Sometimes I have to be like really like tapped into that state, and then it's like the words are just coming out.
Yeah. So, do you so with you going to like new metal for this new song that you're writing right now or just got done writing, how was that transition from rap to new metal? Because I know obviously new metal is kind of I don't want to say like a form of rap and then like also like a form of metal, but like in a way like it really is to where you have bands like, Limp Bizkit and even
Yeah.
Korn and all of them to where they're kind of almost in a rap flow at times and especially like Limp Bizkit for sure. But how was that transition from rap to new metal?
Well, honestly, like I've I've always just wanted to make music, and I've always just like my first like inspirations in music were like Linkin Park, Chevelle, Deftones, 3 Days Grace. So like I really didn't want to rap until like I was probably like 12, and then I was like I really got into rap. So I feel like because well I'd said it's new metal, but it's more of like new metal mixed with shoegaze. And I've done some stuff like that in the past. And honestly, I feel like it is a little bit easier because you're kind of going off melodies and trying to like just fill the space. with all the instruments. As far as like rap, you're kind of like you're rapping like line after line after line. But this, I feel like I can more of like take my time and like sing. And honestly, I think that's I really like it. But I want to do both still. But I would say it depends on my mood too. Because lately I've been like I want to make something heavy. Because like I feel like I've just been listening to like a lot of like rock lately. So I was like I want to make something heavy and like rapping's not really fitting my mood or like where I'm at right now.
Yeah, for
Yeah,
sure. Sorry, go ahead.
I would say it's I'm having a lot more fun with it. Um, but it is hard. Like I'm trying to learn how to play guitar too because I want to make like my own stuff. But I'd say that's a lot harder than just like finding a producer and finding a beat and rapping over it. But like this last song I just made, this shoegaze new metal song, I did find a producer who made like an instrumental for like that specific sound, and I just sang over it.
No, I mean, that's awesome though that you're able to kind of go back and forth. I guess whenever you want, really, and still be able to be happy with the product that you're putting out and the product that you're producing in the studio. When is the new metal song going to come out? Do you know?
I have no idea. So I haven't told anyone this, but
Oh shit! This is breaking
I,
news.
this is breaking
Oh
news.
shit, son.
Um, so I'm actually trying to start a band, and I actually wanted to change my name, but I don't really know because with Spotify and Apple Music, it's they don't make it easy. You can't just change your name. Like I would basically have to make a whole new Spotify profile and Apple Music profile, and but yeah, I really wanted to focus on starting a band this year. Uh, the band was gonna be called 9 Hours, and it was gonna be like shoegaze mixed with like alternative, new metal, maybe a little bit of indie. Because I would say like my favorite artist, probably for the past 5 years. I don't know if you ever listened to him. His name's Dominic Fike, but
I know that name.
I like love his music. Like, there's not another artist. This is me being vulnerable too. There's not another artist out there that every time they put out an album, they had a song that made me cry, and he's like the only person. And I'm like, wow, like he must be my favorite artist or something. So I just assume he is.
No, that's fair. I mean, because I feel like that's no different than you because I get chills like watching certain guys fight. You know what I mean? Like there's certain kind of connections that you can draw yourself to for one reason or another. You know, whether it's something that is beyond us or something that's as simple as just us enjoying it that much. You know, but no, that's I mean yeah, that's awesome that like an artist like that connects with you like that deeply because I just don't think that that's very common, especially nowadays with how music is so. I just feel like um, copy and pasted in a way. You know,
Yeah, not there's not substance.
yeah, exactly that, and it's it is nice to kind of see a difference in that for sure. Devin, what kind of music are you into? Because I know that like we used to talk about walkout songs and stuff like that, and you were kind of like, well, I don't know, it just depends on my days.
Yeah,
So
dude. I listen to everything, man. I would say a lot of a lot of what I listen to is rap. Um, but I mean I listen to a lot of country, listen to a lot of it just depends on my mood. I'll listen to a lot of rock. It just really depends. Um, yeah, like on the day, I guess, like how I'm feeling. Like I can listen to I'll listen to rap one day, just that's all I'll listen to, and then the next I'll just listen to nothing but dad rock, and then next day is all country. So I just go back and forth, man.
so what do you consider dad rock? Because I know that like dad rock is sometimes considered like normal rock, even like nowadays. But well, what do y'all consider dad rock?
Well, I mean, like when we were talking about Aaron Lewis, like I think Stain's a little bit like Dad Rock.
God, are you killing me?
Come on, it is a little bit like Creed.
Yeah,
Um,
anything like
Kind of 90s.
80s or before, yeah.
Yeah.
90s now too, yeah, would be dad rock.
I don't know if you Nah, I wouldn't say it's dad rock, but
The early
well,
2000s.
I
Early
was gonna say
2000s is dad rock now.
like Alice in Chains.
Like grunge.
Like, what do you? Yeah, grunge. Because I would say like, but like the stuff I'm saying, I feel like, because I feel like Stains, they're not really grunge, or maybe
Yeah.
in a way, but I feel like Alice in Chains, Stains, Creed, like they're rock, but they also have like a little hint of like country to me too.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
I don't know. Maybe it's just so maybe they're like southern rock, but I don't know.
I could see that, especially with like certain songs for sure. Um, but I think Stained is. Are they from the South? Because that actually would make a lot of sense if they were.
He,
Let's see.
Aaron Lewis got to be.
Well, I know Aaron is for sure. No, Massachusetts. Never mind.
Oh, Aaron. I've heard Country Boy, and I thought he was from Texas. To be honest,
No, he's from Virginia. Or no,
that's
sorry,
crazy.
sorry, Vermont.
Even crazier.
Yeah, I'm a country boy. No, you're not. Stop it.
No, but like I've been listening to like a lot of like rock lately. Like I went to go see like beginning of this year. No, actually in May, I went to go see Disturbed.
Oh, nice. Oh, yeah.
Um, yeah, probably one of the best live shows I've ever seen in my life. To be
Dude,
honest,
they get a lot of hate, but I saw them back in Corpus, like I guess in their prime, to be honest. But dude, they still sound great to like even this year and recently, you know.
yeah, he was killing it. Like, and that's because I'm not really a big fan of like anything past 2008, past the Indestructible album. But um, my girl was like, because we love the first album, The Sickness,
Yeah.
and she manifested this. She said like last year, she was like, if they ever go on tour, she's like, I wish they would just play that first album. And then
Oh, it
they
was the
announced
sickness.
yeah, the Sickness tour, and so they were gonna play the first album front to back. So I was like, all right, so I got us floor tickets. So we saw them, Daughtry. Oh, Daughtry.
Oh, dude,
No, I say
Daughtry's so
Daughtry
good.
it might
Daughtry's
be
dad
considered
rock.
dad rock.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they
Yeah.
might be considered dad rock.
Yeah,
Hey,
yeah.
but I'm gonna jam some fucking Daughtry all goddamn day, dude. No one give me Angie shit about that. Fuck.
Yeah, we saw Disturbed. We went to one concert where they had like POD, Evans Blue, Marilyn Manson, and Chevelle.
Damn.
And yeah, that was in Dallas. Tickets were like $30. So we're like, hell
What
yeah.
the fuck?
Yeah. So we went to that one. Yeah, I mean, like my whole car is just full of like I have like a couple like rap CDs, but most of it's like Deftones, Incubus, Linkin Park, Disturbed, Chevelle. I got like a bunch of Chevelle CDs, Alice in Chains Unplugged. Like that's mostly like what I've been listening to, except lately, like my friend Los Kemet, he just dropped that album, Chase the Dragon, and that's like kind of getting me back into rap a little bit more because it's so good. I recommend y'all check that out.
No, I for sure will, and everyone who listens to this, please do. We'll have a link in the description below to go listen to that album and then also Marx's album as well. Um, but no, I mean that's cool to kind of see that like he's getting you back into that genre because I think even you see that with like MMA fighters to where you see certain guys be a little more flashier, like let's say like in the striking, and be like you're like, I kind of miss striking a bit, you know, and you see other guys kind of start imitating that striking style, and whatnot. But it's always pretty cool to kind of see stuff just not imitate each other, but you know, almost kind of follow and create their own path with it.
Like inspired, pretty much.
Yeah,
Yeah. Yep.
yeah.
Because I saw someone
Views
say that like everyone's trying to be like Sean O'Malley now. I was like, you know, that's pretty cool because I feel like I've really watched like his whole career, and
Yeah,
you could see there are people trying to be like him now.
yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
So speaking of inspirations, though, we do have one championship that has like all of the different types of combat sports all in one event. You know, like the grappling, Muay Thai, kickboxing, MMA, and so on. And now I think we're starting to see a couple more promotions lean into that. So Cage Titans, which is like a pro MMA promotion that is actually adding Muay Thai to their upcoming event. And then also you had Misfits this past weekend with the whole Dylan Dennis and MMA fight that was put onto their boxing card for the Till and
Shout
Rockhold.
out Tony Ferguson getting that fucking
Dude,
win.
shout out Tony fucking Ferg, bro. What a guy.
And Darren Till damn near killing Rockhold.
Dude, that was bad. That was fucking bad.
I didn't even know the Dylan Dennis fight was an MMA fight till it started. I was like, are they boxing in MMA gloves? And
Yeah,
then,
same.
and he
And then he
choked him
just
out, and I
choked
was
him
like, what is
out.
he doing?
I was like, damn, he's getting disqualified real quick. I was like, way to go,
It's just
Dylan.
how he boxes.
Yeah, yeah. Shit, I was like, I thought he was trying to box fucking Logan.
Yeah.
Oh, shit was so annoying. But
A Tony win was cool because he was. I feel like he was losing up until that point. He was, and then he
He
just
looks so bad.
out Tony'd him.
out Tony'd
He
him.
looks so bad, dude.
Well,
He looks so old and worn.
it's funny that like you say that, Mark, to where like he out Tony'd him, because I think a lot of these like YouTubers will face these UFC guys for the most part, and then I think these UFC guys are like, well, fuck, this is like nothing compared to who the fuck I've been fighting recently. Like, this is a cakewalk, and I mean, even if they're getting hit a lot, like they're not getting hit, I don't think, as hard as they were beforehand, and then they're able to put that pressure and that experience on them, and then those kids feel it, man. Like you could see Salt Poppy really start to crumble when he was just walking forward, eating everything he had, and he was just like, oh fuck.
Yeah.
What world are we fucking living in where Salt Poppy deserves to be in a ring with fucking Tony Ferguson?
Oh my god. Oh, I'm with you on that, man. I
It
mean,
is such a crazy, like, this whole influencer versus fighters thing has got so out of control. I can't. I'm looking for the day that a fucking actual like retired UFC fighter comes in or something and just levels one of these guys, and then they're like, "Ah, I'm not doing this anymore. Maybe we should stop this."
I don't know, man. I just think that they make so much money. I think it's just one of those things. They're like, fuck it, I'm gonna get it hurt really fucking bad, possibly, but
I mean, that's true, dude. Like people used to ask, would you get in the
yeah,
a boxing ring with Mike Tyson for $1 million? Fuck yeah. I'll let him punch me. Shit. Get it over quick.
yeah, no shit. I will remember a fucking thing. Oh my god. Yeah, no, that is the fucking $1 million question, though. Would you do it?
Darren Till looked good though.
I think he did too.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
But
Again,
also,
I like the rivalry that they had.
He was worked up at that press
that
conference.
sold me. Yeah, that sold me. I was like, I gotta watch that.
Yeah, that is one thing I think Darren's always been good at is using his mic skills for sure in the right moments. I just think, again, like he was just facing such tough competition in the UFC. I mean, last person he fought was Dricus, who became champ, and then before that, who did he fight before that? Let's see.
He fought like Robert Whitaker, but that was a while back though.
Yeah, I thought he fought somebody in between Whitaker and
He
it was
fought
Brunson.
Gastelum, Masvidal, and I mean that, and then he fought Woodley, so he had tough competition. Wonder Boy, Brony.
Yeah.
Yeah, people shit on him, but I mean, yeah, he was a top fighter. And I knew he was gonna knock Luke out.
Yeah.
He got fast tracked too because he had.
Well, he got gifted that win over Wonder Boy.
Yeah, and then after that they were like, "Oh, we'll throw you in with Woodley" when Woodley was at the top. And then it was Masvidal when he was on that run.
Well, I think that 170 weight cut was
Whitaker.
just too much for him because he looked huge in there against Rockhold, and Rockhold is a big guy.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then he moves up, and then the first person he faces at middleweight was Dricus.
No. The first person he fought at middleweight was
Or no,
was
that was
Kelvin.
that was
yeah.
Kelvin. Okay, yeah.
And then Kelvin was just
He
coming
won
off that
that.
loss though to Adesanya.
He won that by split.
Yeah, that was a boring ass fucking
Oh,
fight.
yeah.
That was terrible. That was the co-main for the BMF fight.
Yeah, so that was the fight of Diaz and Masvidal.
And
The
then
same
that fight
night.
ended in a fucking cut. That was so annoying.
Yeah.
God bless.
Hey,
But sorry. Anyways, going back to Cage Titans and Misfits. Do y'all think that we're gonna start seeing like more promotions kind of implement different combat sports into uh their cards?
I hope so. I love watching one and them doing Muay Thai and the 4 ounce gloves. I think they do it on Friday mornings where they used to. I used to watch that all the time.
Yeah, the
Like,
Friday morning Muay Thai fights.
yeah, I love watching that. I think if the US did that, Muay Thai and it would be such a popular sport because I mean, a lot of casuals and sometimes like me myself, I don't want to see boring grappling or boring
yeah,
striking, and I feel like Muay Thai is super exciting. Like to watch
I
them just
agree.
strike like that, and with that style, and everyone's in each other's face, and I think it's fun. I think more promotion should do that. I think the UFC should try to do something like that, but I don't think they ever will.
Yeah.
I wish they would get into the market. I don't know about throwing it on like the same card as a UFC fight because I think it would stall some of the momentum of the fighting. But then again, you watch these UFC fights and it's so many fucking commercials that it just dulls a lot of the card. But
So I
I,
had.
I,
Sorry. Go ahead,
go
Devin.
ahead. No, no, go ahead, go ahead.
No. I was gonna bring up a whole other point. Finish your thought, please.
Oh, I was just gonna say like I would like to see the UFC. I mean, I've said it before, adopt kickboxing and Muay Thai and have their own events with that and compete with like Glory and these other organizations and bring it to the US. That way people that don't want to watch grappling can watch stand up because I mean everyone can understand getting punched in the face and throwing some kicks.
And the funny
I
thing,
agree.
yeah, and the funny thing is that they went the complete opposite way and they said, "All right, we're gonna get to a grappling league instead." It's like you guys already have the invitational pass thing. Like, why are y'all trying to do this as well? Like, that doesn't make any sense. But it's just I guess Mikey is probably the because I know Mikey compared to any other Muay Thai fighter right now. And so I understand the name value difference in between like those worlds, but the question I wanted to ask y'all real quick was that I was talking to a friend last night about this, about maybe Muay Thai being implemented into more of a into like the American culture, but he was afraid of it being Americanized to where all the kind of tradition behind it would be left behind and it wouldn't be brought over here and it wouldn't be as special as it kind of is now with how unique their walk-ins are and all that with the traditions behind it. um, I was telling him, I was like, I just think that considering how the US is and the US market, I just think that they're going to cut those times and those extra things that Muay Thai fighters do, even if it's a couple seconds, and they're going to try to get as much airtime as they can with other ads, and
Yeah.
it may be something that they just leave behind, but is that also worth getting these Muay Thai fighters the payday that they might deserve with a bigger audience, a bigger promotion, and bigger, revenue share?
I
Yeah,
think
I think
100%. Oh, go ahead, go
like
ahead.
imagine. Yeah, I was gonna say like imagine bringing like Jonathan Haggerty or like Super Lek or like Rod Tang
Yeah.
like in the UFC like or if they just started like a Muay Thai promotion. Like if you get like a big name like that and throw a bunch of money at them, like I don't think the tradition would leave really because I feel like Muay Thai is pretty much like all kind of all over the world right now. It's just
Yeah.
it's not that big here, but I know we do have some like Muay Thai big tournaments in the U.S. Because I used to train with this guy who well my Muay Thai coach can't even remember his name, but he had a guy that was like 16 and they went to like a world tournament and it was somewhere in the U.S. But I think it just gets the sport more popular here.
Yeah, I think a lot of Muay Thai, especially around the US, has been Americanized. And there's a lot of people that go over there and train Muay Thai and then bring it back here. Or I mean, there's so many Muay Thai gyms around. So I think the USC would have, or the US would have their own sort of Muay Thai. I don't think necessarily, I don't know. I don't know. And another thing is, I don't know how many of those guys like Rod Tang and all them would want to come over from one because that market is closer to home for them. They don't have to leave to come to the U.S. to do it.
Yeah, that
For
is
sure.
true.
And I think like that's the one thing that keeps one like as busy as they do is because of how easily they're able to get Muay Thai fighters that are still, I guess, even brand new to the sport, that are in there competing on a really big stage like that. And then because I know one has had a couple events here in the United States, and they've brought over their big names before, like Haggerty and Rodtang. But again, to your point, it's just that if I were them as well, like, I wouldn't really want to bother going that much further for the same fight. Like, that just doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me. But again, I guess it's just to
Especially 'cause I
them.
feel like one is and pretty good.
Yeah, and I feel like, again, like, it kind of goes back to that, like, are you willing to sacrifice going a little bit further for possibly a bigger payday and a bigger audience that you're gonna gain. But yeah, it was super
Would it be a
funny.
bigger payday?
I mean,
I mean, how much would the how much would
well,
the UFC really throw at these guys?
no, 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 no. 100%. I don't mean necessarily the UFC in general. I mean, like, let's say like some Muay Thai promotion fucking pops up here in the United
Yeah.
States or some shit like that. But like, because for sure the UFC isn't going to pay those guys shit. If anything, the same amount that one's paying them. And again, at that point, like, why even leave one? Uh, Besides possibly getting, I think, more fights, but they don't have a problem with Muay Thai. It's more of their MMA problem. But anyways, um,
I just don't understand why the UFC doesn't tap into that market. I never understood that. And we talked about it on here. I don't know why Dana is so heavy in this fucking slap fighting shit. Won't go get a real like kickboxing or Muay Thai promotion or do something fun like that.
Well, and they are with the Zuffa boxing. Like it's crazy. Like he's been wanting to do that forever, and he did power slap first, which is
yeah,
crazy. But I guess he didn't have the money, and then now that like uh, I can't remember who's involved, what his name is, but like
the
Zuffa boxing, like
Prince.
their first, yeah, like their first ever fight is gonna be Canelo and Crawford. Like that's crazy. Like obviously he has the resources to do pretty much whatever he wants.
Well, I don't even know if how much he's in charge of that, or if it's more of here it's more of what is his name?
I forget his name too.
It's I'm gonna butcher it. It's like Turk. I
Turkish.
can't even.
It's like
Turkey
Is
or
it
something like
Turkish?
that. Turkey, I think.
Because I was looking this up about the Zuffa boxing, and the founders are it's Turkey Al Sheikh.
Yeah.
Him and Dana
oh
are the founders of
yeah.
Zuffa boxing.
Yeah, but I think Turkey has more of the because he has all the money and he has all the leverage pretty much. I think Dana just has his name tied to it. I don't know how much to say he has.
I think he's been, like, probably behind a lot of the marketing
I think he's
campaigns
more of
and
the I
stuff
think
like
he's
that.
the more the marketing and like the face and like the promotion part.
Yeah,
But I think Turkey has all the calls because he also um he, he's funded a lot of the boxing fights before, I believe.
I
Yeah,
I think so too.
I
Yeah.
think he just wants to have like his own thing, like his own promotion, which is the Zuffa boxing. But like Zuffa was founded by the Fertitta brothers, and then Dana was
Yeah.
just basically tagged along and was like the president. And then yeah, I guess we just continued Zuffa boxing after that.
Yeah, I think 'cause he has the money to throw around to try it. He wants to bring these fights that all these boxers keep ducking and whatnot, which I like, but I just don't understand why Dana for the longest time talked shit about boxing and allow fighters to go do it. Now he's out here promoting Canelo Crawford more than he is like UFC Noche and whatnot. Or hell, any
Yeah,
UFC promotion. Did you see the video of his latest like news drop of
Yeah.
these fights? It was on a blurry camera screen, no care. He's
All
like, I
late
gotta
as
hurry up, I
fuck.
got something to do. Yeah. It's like this is what you have to do. Like, what are you talking about?
I think he's 1 foot out the door. I think he's been for a while, to be honest.
I think so too. I think Hunter Campbell's gonna take over the UFC,
Yeah, I think
which
so
I
too. I think that'll be
I think
the
that'll be good
first
for the
guy.
UFC.
I like Hunter as well. I mean, like I don't think he's like as big of a, I guess, of a
Name or
personality.
personality.
Yeah,
Yeah.
as Dana for sure.
But the fighters seem to love Hunter a lot
Yeah,
and they respect him. So hopefully that brings some
I think he's just one of those
value.
things.
And
Like Dana's just so legendary in his own right.
yeah, I mean,
You know.
yeah,
He,
but
he really is. I mean, the dude has a Ford commercial. Like I can just recognize it's his voice
Yeah.
over the Ford commercial. Like you would have to find someone to replace him, especially for stuff like that. Because I don't think Hunter could do that. I think Hunter
No.
can run the UFC, but I mean, I saw Daniel Cormier and Shannon Sharp. They had an interview and they were talking about would Daniel Cormier step in for Dana, and he said, yeah, he'd do it. So I don't. I see Daniel Cormier gets a lot of hate, but I don't mind Daniel, and or John Anik too could do it. I mean, he basically does it half the time, anyways.
Yeah, I really
yeah,
would like DC. I think there are a couple things that I'm afraid of with DC taking over, but I think for the most part he would follow that same vision. I think he would be. I think he. I think having an ex-fighter in that position would be huge in general, and being able to kind of share that perspective as a fighter. Uh, and because unlike Dana, you know, like he's just had that boxing experience, and it wasn't like he was a pro or anything like that. I don't think. And
yeah.
again, that's a whole different world compared to MMA, especially nowadays. And with DC being around it nonstop, you know, I think that's a pretty good candidate for that position.
I think so too. But I don't know how. I mean, DC doesn't seem like a hard ass like that either. Do
I think we just don't see it.
like a Dana. Also, DC's so biased to
He is
his
that
people.
is one thing. See, that's one of the concerns I have. That's one of the very big concerns I
Yeah,
have because it's like okay, dude, like we could see a big wave of fucking Russian fighters come over here just because he wants to sign them
Yeah,
all.
I mean, you can hear it on the broadcast sometimes. His fighter will be losing, like the fighters he trains with will be losing, and he's like, "Oh yeah, you see him winning?" Like, what are you talking about right now? This man hasn't won a
Yeah,
single round.
yeah, it's yeah. Some of that's pretty tough to listen to. His commentary can bug me sometimes, but I think he is probably like one of the better guys for that job compared to
I think an ex-fighter would be good
yeah,
for sure.
yeah, for sure.
Just let Connor get coked up and do it.
Fuck it, I'm here for it. Why not?
Dude, it would be a
Can
circus.
you
I'd be
imagine?
down.
Holy hell! And that guy's running for president over there.
No,
yeah.
he's
I just
not.
saw that. I just saw
Yeah,
he got enough votes to actually run for president, right? Something
yeah.
like that.
No, no, he's not.
No, dead ass.
Yeah,
Not even
he
kidding.
is.
I have
Yeah,
a friend who
Running
lives
it's
over there and everything like
official.
that, and he's all like, "Yeah, it's pretty true." I was just
in
like,
Ireland,
"Yeah, yeah, dead ass."
Yeah,
dude.
yeah. I just saw he got like enough votes or something, right? You saw that
Yeah,
too,
yeah, yeah.
How?
and and that,
This dude
and now
hasn't
he can
even
run.
dropped the. He just went to court and lost, and he lost the fucking uh what is it? The appeal for the
And,
sexual cases and everything else. How many old men has he punched?
and then his picture that just got leaked.
Oh my
Yeah,
god.
it was gonna be the only president with a dick pic on the internet, lifting a weight with it.
Oh man, and you're asking what year
No
we're
way,
in? We're in, dude. We're in the year of Conor McGregor.
brother. Imagine him being the president and then he comes to the fucking White House fight card as the president of Ireland.
Dude,
That'd be
honestly, that'd be kind of
crazy.
cool. That'd be crazy work. That'd be
Bro, him and
crazy,
Trump just dapping it up, dude.
dude.
Just two presidents.
Oh my god. They need every president from every country that's going to be represented on that card to be there. Just straight up having a
Oh my
United
God.
Nations. Let's just do that.
That'd be sick.
That'd be crazy. Did they get in there?
What the fuck is happening in this world? That's what was as bad as Kanye getting a vote back in like
Oh,
2020 or
dude.
whatever.
Yeah, my bad. No.
I'm a well. I think Connor is a little bit more better fit. I'd say.
Oh my god. Yeah, I mean, yeah. Um, oh Lord. Just real quick, we're gonna go over to kind of the UFC Fight Night Paris coming up this weekend.
Yeah.
Pretty good card from the looks of it. I'm excited for a couple fights. But I guess little small things here and there. Brad Tavares is actually back. I know he got cut, and then they said, "Just kidding, we need you." So then they brought his
Yeah.
ass back. Renat's fighting Andreas Gustafsson. That should be pretty
I think
interesting.
that'll be a good fight. I'd like Gustafsson, man. He's that Viking dude.
Yeah,
He
I had a
beat
bunch
the
of
shit out of
sketchy ass tattoos covered up for after
yeah.
that. That was
He
rough,
mauled Jalen Williams' last fight. That was
dude.
something you don't see.
Chaos has been super disappointing ever since that one loss he had a while back.
I actually forgot about Chaos.
Dude, yeah, he's been
He's kind
pretty
of like
disappointing.
hides in the shadows.
I think it was the
He's
Randy
out every now and then
Brown.
for I see.
Yeah, it was the Randy Brown loss that kind of, I think since then he's been real kind of just hesitant.
Well,
Like,
he beat two guys after that. One by split decision, one by KO.
yeah,
Beat Charleston Harris by KO.
yeah. I just don't
But
think he's looked the same because like he was knocking dudes
no.
out like I think left and right pretty much before that Randy Brown fight, and
Yeah.
then just kind of reached Randy Brown and was just like, huh. But
And then that I was just gonna say that that one girl had a lot of hype, but I know she lost her UFC debut. Shauna Bannon,
yeah,
I think she had a lot of
Yeah.
hype, but she's on a 2-fight win streak now, though.
yeah.
Yeah.
She just looks. No offense, but like she's like one of the examples of women's MMA in my opinion that just doesn't look to be like UFC caliber. And again, I think it's just one of those things that she's on there because she's Irish, more than
Yeah,
anything. And I mean, she should beat Sam Hughes. Like, there's no way she shouldn't. If she doesn't beat Sam Hughes, cut her ass immediately, like right then and there on the mic. But, dude, can you imagine? You're
on
fired.
the mic.
Vince comes up. Um,
Oh my god.
but no, she should win that. I think Gustafsson should win his fight as well. I think Renat's tough, but I think he gasses out a bit too much.
I like
Um,
that Trey Waters Sam Patterson fight. Sam
dude,
Patterson, he was
same.
a fucking dog.
Yeah, that's gonna be a really good fight. That's crazy that both those guys are 170, 6'3", and 6'5".
No.
That's crazy.
Fuck off, dude. Like that's insane. Sam Patterson
I
actually
mean,
fought at 155 for his UFC debut.
yeah. He's on a 3-fight win streak all by finish.
Yeah, yeah, because that first knockout he had, or he lost, like his debut. That was bad. That was a bad fucking KO.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah,
for him to
it
come
was.
back was pretty good to see because I had a lot of hype around him. And then he got knocked out. I was like, oh fuck, never mind. But I think Trey Waters is. I think he's a champ coming in from somewhere. I believe. I might have that mixed up with somebody else on the card, but
Yeah.
that's a really
Yeah.
good fight
From
between those two
LFA.
guys.
He was a champ in
Oh,
LFA.
okay, that's what it was.
And then he's on a 2-fight win streak in the UFC.
Oh, okay, he's not short notice. Then I don't know why I thought he was.
No, he's beat Billy Golf and Quinlan.
Oh, okay.
Quinlan. But both
Um,
by decision. I think Patterson gets it done.
I think so too. And then Tiberius fighting up next after that. I don't even
Tybur was
know.
such a weird fighter, man.
Yeah, he's such a hit or miss.
He can look so good and
Yeah.
then so bad.
So frustrating. um, I don't really know too much honestly about the next two fights after that.
Uh,
Um,
Omar Sy should win, I believe.
I just know Harry Hardwick and then Fernandez. I know that was supposed to be um is it Ziam? Ziam? So
Yeah,
the guy who knocked out Favola. I think he was supposed to fight him. But then Harry is stepping up, and Harry was the Cage Warriors featherweight champ, and he's stepping up on short notice.
and
Yeah.
that Pitbull fight, if Pitbull loses, I think he should
Oh,
Cut his
cut.
ass right there on the fucking mic too, bitch.
I didn't even know Pitbull was on this fight until I looked like 3 days ago at the card, and I was like, they just stuffed him in there to open the main card.
Super weird because he was all like, "I want to get back in there as soon as I can against the top guy," and they're just all like, "Nah, it's okay."
Yeah, yeah, we're gonna put you in this guy who's gonna debut,
I think, hopefully,
and
people
he's a champ
loses.
from Octagon MMA. I mean, this dude, he's only lost one fight, so it could be a challenge. But I think I've never seen this guy fight, so I don't know.
Yeah, that's the tough thing about a lot of these guys kind of coming in is, and also again, just kind of going back to even guys coming in from other organizations, like how is he going to do under those lights, especially with such a big crowd over there?
I don't know, man. He looks like a double champ from Octagon.
Damn.
Yeah, see, that's what I'm looking at right now. He's
Yeah.
a lightweight champ and a featherweight champ.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay. Interesting. So he moved down. Interesting.
I don't.
Uh,
Where
yeah.
is where is Octagon?
I don't know where that's at. Let's see.
Man, let me see.
You got it up?
Yeah, I'm trying to look it
Okay.
up.
Um.
Oh, it's
Slovakia?
Oh
headquartered in
shit.
Czech Republic.
Oh shit. So he's probably facing some legit guys then. No, just kidding. The last guy I clicked on was 3-4 for a championship fight.
Oh yeah, maybe not.
Seven
But
and
maybe
two
he
before
might.
that. Nah, 0-2. Pitbull's winning.
Yeah, I think Pitbull will tire him out. I think he'll drag it into deep waters and win.
Rise McGee is back from his Khamzat beating. No, I'm just kidding. It was such a long time ago. um, that's crazy. He had to fight that guy, dude. Uh,
Yeah.
fuck that. He's fighting. There's really no one else. I mean, Bukowskis is fighting Paul Craig. Paul Craig is moving back up the light heavyweight. BSD and Ruffy. Who do y'all have in that one? I have Ruffy. I think BSD is just too
Have
stiff.
Ruffy.
Yeah, I got Ruffy too. I think he knocks him out.
And then main event, big fight, big title implications in this one for sure. And Evolve and Brawlo. I was trying to watch some tape earlier today, and I don't know who the fuck's gonna win this. Like, it is such a toss up in my opinion.
I think Imavov wins.
Really?
I mean, yeah, just going off like the competition they face and what they've done because they both fought Cannoneer too, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I believe so. And I think what Imavov knocked him out or TKO, and then
Yeah,
Imavov
with a weird
beat
stoppage,
Izzy.
but see, I think the Imavov Izzy win is better than Brawlow's win, like any of his wins, because I think Brawlow's best win is just Cannoneer, and I mean he beat Cannoneer unanimous decision, but like there were moments in there where Brawlow didn't look the greatest for enough time to where Imavov could give him like a problem.
Yeah, I don't see him win. I think Imavov wins that. I think I think he finishes him. To be honest,
Dang, all right, Devin.
I think he said he'll be back.
Oh, I didn't hear him say that. Um, I don't know. I honestly don't fucking know because the only thing that I have confidence in Brawlhalla with is the cardio because Imavov does gas quite a bit, and I do get worried about that because like the Brendan Allen fight, for example, was a really big tell in terms of like, okay, you get this guy grappling a lot and he's not going to finish you, like he's going to get pretty tired, and so I wonder if
Hmm.
Brawlhalla's going to take that approach in terms of maybe a little bit more of a grapple heavy and then look for a later finish, or just try to grind it out for a decision win.
Also, this division has got a lot better over the last
So much
year and a
better.
half.
Thank God too.
Yeah, the middleweight division there's a lot of guys. It's like who's going to be next? Like, because I think if Imavov wins this, he gets the title shot. He has to, right?
Either one of them for sure. I think if either one
I
of
don't
them win
know.
it,
I don't know, man. What I'm getting the impression that the UFC wants to push the winner of RDR and Hernandez.
I'm all for that too. Because
Yeah,
I think the problem with Brahalo and Imavov is that these guys take so long to fight, and so I think that you'll have Hernandez and RDR both be ready as active guys, ready to go fight Khamzat, and then these two will fight the winner of that.
The
They'll bitch
problem
and
is too.
complain, I think, before then,
Yeah,
but that's just because of their own inactivity.
yeah. I think a lot of. I don't think Bahalio's faced the competition to get himself as a top contender yet. And then I think Imavov has kind of put a bad taste in the UFC's mouth recently with kind of demanding things and then taking forever to fight and whatnot. We've heard some other fighters kind of talk about it. So
Yeah, I'm
I mean,
just
he's faced the competition to get him there for sure and beat guys to get there.
well,
But
like what me and Marx were saying while you were gone was that Imavov's Izzy win is better than any of Brahalo's for sure because
100%.
Brahalo's best win is Cannonier and Imavov has done that and
Yeah,
did it better in a sense for like the finish, even though it was a wonky finish, but it was still a finish nonetheless compared to a decision.
yeah, yeah. I just think, like I said, I don't think Bahalio's really faced the level of competition yet or got the names on his resume to get him there. I think if he wins this, I mean, that puts him up there for sure.
yeah.
Yeah,
I think you're right. I think they'll definitely go with the winner of RDR and Hernandez, just because I mean RDR has been super active too. Like, this is going to be his fourth fight this year, and if he wins,
Yeah.
that's a 6 fight win streak.
yeah.
Is it his? It's his fourth or fifth this year.
Well, I guess 5 in 1 year because he fought in November, and I think this one's in
Yeah,
October.
yeah,
Um,
Oh, so like 5 in a calendar
so
year.
yeah,
yeah.
5 in a calendar year. But in 2025, this will be his fourth fight.
And I
Which is still a
mean,
crazy pace for a
just the
middleweight.
Whitaker name
Yeah,
on his resume, beating Bo. If he beats Hernandez, and Hernandez is on a what 8 fight win streak.
Yeah,
So
he'll have like the longest I think fight streak that they've like or someone's had in order to get a title shot if
I
if,
think
if
that
he
gets him
wins.
there. I don't think he has. I don't think Hernandez has faced the names to get him there. But I think that win streak alone and some of the dominance that he's put on recently it gets his names up there, his name up there.
I think the division's in a perfect state in terms of having Hamzat, win obviously, and then you have this fight going on this weekend. Then you have the Hernandez and RDR fight booked as well. You have that top five, or top 6 or 7 even that are moving. Thankfully,
Yeah,
I mean I'm like fucking welterweight right now. Holy shit.
I
I
know.
forgot
Well,
about that division.
they said Chimaev isn't going to fight till next year, so they have time to decide.
Yeah, which uh, I'm fine with that. This division needs to work itself out before Hamzat even looks at a next opponent.
They
In
just need to make
general,
one UFC card and put all of 170 contenders on, and
they fucking need to,
like, all right,
dude. Like it is
Yeah,
let's
what's
see who's really.
ridiculous.
yeah, like what's going on with like all that? Like, are they just waiting around for a title shot? Like
It
Ian
honestly
They're waiting
seems
Garry's
like
been,
that.
around. They're not only are they waiting around, they're picking and choosing who they want to fight. Supposedly Barry ducked out of a Sean Brady fight, is what Brady is saying. And then, but I don't know.
I,
I don't
I
know, man.
I think Sean Brady's really the only one up there that's like willing to fight everybody. Because I think he's just one of those guys that's like I'm just gonna fucking beat everybody. Like I don't give a fuck.
I think he's one win away from a title shot.
See, but that's the thing. Like I think that like the rest of those guys need to get going in order for that to happen. And unfortunately, Brady's just kind of caught in the middle of that because personally, I think matchmaking wise, I think what they need to do is with Bilal coming off a loss. I think you give him Usman. I think you do Brady and Rachmanov. I think you do Edwards and Gary, if not Edwards and Marias or Edwards and Prades.
Wait, is Edwards fighting Prentice?
Yes, Edwards is fighting Prades. Actually, you're right. That is booked,
Yeah.
ready to
Yeah,
go
which
for
got
MSG. So that's getting some of those guys going. I mean, and Pradas will
Yeah,
fight any of those guys up there as well. So like, it's a matter of just getting those mindset, or those guys who have that mindset up there, because
I hear they're trying to get Bilal and Usman, which I think would be good.
I think that's a good fight. Just do it for the older guys, you know, like,
And I mean, they got beef, so I think that would work out
Yeah.
well.
yeah,
What's going on
But
with Shopcott? Is he hurt?
I don't know. I'd
yeah, he's
see
still coming back from that injury because he had surgery. So I think
Man,
recently.
he's rehabbing. Yeah, he's rehabbing from that.
God damn.
I saw he just started really training again.
See, I
Um,
just, in my opinion, if someone is like holding that, I understand Shotcut's very good. I understand Shotcut's went on that run and stuff like that. But I feel like at that point, you have to like almost give him someone like Mariah's. You know what I mean? Like to where they're a little lower ranked, and they're not fighting somebody who's kind of fought their way back up there. Besides Leon, um, but I don't know. That's just my opinion. I get tired of kind of the Shotcut like deserves a title shot or shit like that. I don't mind him fighting for a number one contender fight, but I don't think he deserves a title
yeah.
shot after waiting this long.
Well, I think he was there. He didn't wait.
Mhm.
I mean, he got hurt,
Yeah, 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 yeah.
unfortunately,
Yeah.
but I think that did hurt him because I mean, he definitely deserved it after beating in Gary, and I think he, I think he could be a future champ for sure. But
Well, shit, he was booked
it's
against
unfortunate.
Bilal, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
and then he got hurt in training, I believe, and
Yeah,
I
that
thought that
division's a fucking mess. So was lightweight, man.
thought they they had Morales fighting someone that I heard.
I
I
don't think
heard
so.
lightweight's gonna do. I'm hearing Gaethje and Ilya.
I'm
Yeah, that's what I'm hearing.
I'm the only
But
reason why I'm happy for that fight is just to get Justin fucking Gaethje out of the way, dude. I am so over that guy complaining and bitching about fucking title shots that he doesn't deserve at all.
I mean,
Watch him
he
win.
I
nah,
low
dude,
key, fuck it, why not? That would be the funniest shit
can
ever.
imagine he comes and fucking smokes Ilya,
He's like, I fucking told
does a
y'all.
fucking
Shut the
backflip.
fuck up. I like Justin, but like, dude, you don't deserve a title shot, man. Like you don't.
No,
No, I don't think so. Who did his last win is Fazeev, right?
His last two wins
yeah,
were Fazeev.
yeah,
Yeah.
It's
and he
just
lost the
like
Max.
it was crazy is that Fazeev could jump his ass as well if he beats Charles, which would be hilarious if that was the case.
Yeah,
And I think he has
they
a
were
good
good.
chance with Charles coming off that fucking
Yeah.
KO. Whoever
I just can't.
advised Charles to take it, I get it. He's like new king of Rio, but
Yeah, I was just about to say that. I can't
you
believe
don't
he's
have to,
fighting so soon after that.
Yeah, that was
Like
dude.
quicker than Ilya.
yeah, and
Yeah,
Ilya's fucking taking his sweet time.
I mean, yeah, insane.
Yeah, but thanks for tuning in on this episode. Marks, again, thank you for joining us and thank you for sharing a conversation with us. We love MMA and we know that you do too, and so more than happy to have you back anytime that you want. And yeah, again, go check out his new album. Go check out the other new album.
Yeah, Los Kemet, Chase the Dragon, very great rap album. One of the best rap albums, rap debut albums that I've heard. It's really that good. I'm not just saying this just to say it.
Be sure to check that out. We'll put the link in the description on where you can go find that and listen to it and enjoy it. But this is us signing out for episode 6. We will catch y'all next week. See y'all on the moon. Catch you later.